was we brought it out at the after we made a change there. Part of the plan was to make certain that we invested in the players that we had on hand, and it wasn't going to be 15 players, 18 players. We were going to invest in the players that were here and develop our players. So I think we made that shift philosophically when I made a change last year through the season, and then we just continued philosophically to when I met with Mike that we wanted to make sure that we developed all of our players.
You guys have to be productive, right?
No question.
You're not just going to throw them out there, but you look at your defensive line and virtually, they can go from man to man and say each one has improved.
Right. Well, I think that there is there's a couple things. One is that I think we did a really good job of finding what their level of competency was and really playing to that. There are first down and second down players, there are third down players, and I think as coaches we didn't say, all right, this guy can't play. We looked for reasons to play guys and find out what their skill set is and develop them. Look, we recruited them. We scholarshiped them. It's our responsibility to develop them and get them on the field and find the skill sets that can help us win.
And when you play that many, it's got to be good for morale. You keep them engaged.
Weight room. There's a sense that when they get in there that they're going to really look to make gains in the weight room. There's great morale, and there's really the biggest thing is there's autonomy, and that autonomy is that they decide that they're going to make great gains, and when they make that decision, you've got something going.
Ryan, what's the status of Brandon Wimbush now going into this game?
He practiced today, did some good things, so I think we'll go day to day and then make the decision on game day.
If he isn't able to play and Ian Book is the starter, who would be Ian Book's backup?
He would.
No, but if Brandon can't,
well, he's going to be able to. If he doesn't start,
he would be able to back.
Oh yeah, he's going to be able to do something. Absolutely.
Do you have any decision on whether C.J. Holmes, do you want to still redshirt him, or do you want to activate him? Given
well, we brought him up with us with the intent that we think that he can contribute. So our eye and focus is on getting him involved in the running teams and special teams, and seeing if we can get him involved in our offense. He's a skilled player. He's got some talents. We hope to play 8 more games. So that's a lot of season left.
So you just want to play him?
Yeah, we do.
This week.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
You practiced with him this week, where
We practiced with him. Yeah, we wouldn't bring him up with us if we didn't feel like he was ready to play physically, and that he didn't have the skill set necessary for us to win with him. So our intentions are, we'll see how the game plays out, but he's with us to contribute this year and help us win.
And what is the status health-wise with the rest of the running back crew for game Saturday?
Much better. I think Josh is, Josh had a good day today. I'd say if I was rating him in terms of guys that, coming back after ankle sprains, Tony looked really good today. I think he's, in terms of him and Dexter, I think, Dexter is going to be able to play, but I think Tony's probably a little bit ahead of him right now. And, you still have Josh, he'll be the starter, and Dion. And we've got CJ some reps there as well. So we've got plenty of guys. Look, the team we're playing, God bless them, and I've been in their shoes. They've lost a ton of starters. We are healthy. Yeah, we got an ankle here and a bump here and a bruise here, but we're a healthy football team. We've got. I'm happy where we're at. I'll tell you, we've been in a lot worse straights than we are right now.
What did you like from Ian this week in practice, since he got really probably as much work as he's ever gotten?
Well, I would say the same things, Pete. You know, he's very accurate with the football. He's got a good grasp of the offense, and he elevates the play of the guys around him. They all know that he is a really good quarterback, and I think in the times that he's played, real football in the spring game, he was really effective moving his squad, and every time he's gotten a chance to scrimmage with his unit, he's been effective moving the ball. So it's what we thought. He's had a good week and been really effective.
Nothing that would suggest, well, this is different for him than spring game or...
No, I think a real good grasp of the offense, maybe a more solid grasp of the offense, even than obviously with more time with us than the spring. And again, I think I mentioned this on Tuesday. He gets a lot of reps. We give our second quarterback a good deal of the reps, so he's gotten a lot of work. He knows the offense pretty good.
Getting back to something you said on Sunday about the survey or sort of personality test that you did in the spring.
Yeah.
What was sort of the genesis for that? Is that something Dr. Salking brought up, or?
It was something that I wanted to help in leadership development, and it's something that I had done previously, years back, in terms of helping our leaders find what their strengths were. I had met with the captains a couple of times, and they all had similar questions. What are my leadership qualities? What am I good at? And so I've always had this leadership test as kind of a go-to for, kind of vetting out what their strengths are, their personality strengths as a leader. And so I went to that, and it really kind of helped them know where their strengths were and allowed us a discussion point as to what they could cultivate and go to for their type of leader.
You've done that here before?
No, hadn't done it before. Yeah, I did it there. I did it when I was a coach at Grand Valley, and just had not had the contact with our captains as much in their need to have that question answered before. And it was a great reminder that they probably were all of them asking for that.
Just the captains did it?
Yes, just did it with the captains. Yeah.
Ryan, can you expand on just Brandon's week overall, how you sort of got him more involved each day this week?
Yeah, so we had him throwing. We just had upper body on Tuesday, stretching, throwing the football, just keeping his arm. Didn't do anything in terms of reps. Wednesday, run tracks, working fits, with our running backs, light throwing. Took some reps today. So he's in a good place. So we got 2 more days. He'll get some more rehab. But again, he's where we would hoped he would be. And we expect more progress to be made over the next couple of days.
Brian, something else you mentioned on Sunday was how you made a decision to kind of reorganize your locker room.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of wondering how you first just came up with that idea, and if that's something also you've done in the past.
Well, we were, I just felt like we were not as connected outside of our position groups. Like, our offensive line is a real close group, and they have great leaders, but they all lockered together. So that leadership group was not affecting the rest of the locker room. So I needed to break up the offensive linemen and get them interacting with others. And then obviously it grew from there, is that we have other great leaders that needed to be with other players, and it just grew from there, and I've shuffled them twice now. We've moved the lockers twice since January to make sure that we get great interaction with all players across position lines.
Is that something you think you'll keep doing, like in the fall and spring, just?
I know this, that I've learned a lot I've had many years of being a head coach. I've learned a lot about how important it is to help players communicate with each other, and not do it through text messaging and their cell phones. When they have somebody new next to them, they communicate with them. If it's somebody that they know and they go to meetings with them and they practice with them, they have a tendency to pick up their cell phone and they almost don't talk to each other. So I think it's something that I learned about the players that I'm coaching, that it's something that I'll continue to do.
And you have done this before, or this was a new thing?
No, I've done it before, but in different circumstances. It wasn't because I felt like the team, needed it as much as, let's just, put the DBs over here now, put the linemen over here now. But mixing it up, I hadn't done it like that before.
Brian, not that you want to get down to Avery Davis, but how are you developing him this year? Is he up with varsity?
No. Montgomery Van Gorder would be the third quarterback that would play.
Anything else? Yeah,
Yes.
you had mentioned, I think it was after this past game, when we were talking about the running back health, you had mentioned kind of how the bye week factors into those decisions, whether you can get them an extra week of rest. Does that kind of factor in with every player, especially the QB position? Just knowing that they will have this bye week, how does that factor in?
No, we're all in on this game. Look, it's not like we played our rival last week, so we're not emotionally drained, and we're off next week. So it's all in this week, so all of our players are on, ready to go. We don't have many guys, we got an ankle here or there or a foot sprain here or there, but we're playing everybody. This is a game we need to win, and it's all in.
Thanks, everybody.